What's up, y'all? Welcome again to another episode of the RiSSky Powerhouse Pod, man. I just wanted to come give y'all some quick thoughts, man. There's a lot of stuff going on in the league. You know, a lot of updates with the COVID and all of those things. NBA.com dropping their, their MVP ladders and basketball reference dropping the MVP ladder and keeping up with updates and everything. So I just wanted to holler at y'all real quick for a little bit. Hey, man, if y'all new to the channel, y'all go ahead and take this time to subscribe. If you haven't checked out the last video, I had a part 2 with the video with Quan. Y'all should go check that out. You know, I've been going and going and going, and, you know, now I'm starting to get into the flow of things, you know, starting to add more layers and, you know, try to be a little more better every time, you know, I drop a video. So keep up the continued support. I'm thankful for that again. I'm going to keep mentioning how thankful I am of, you know, the continued support that you guys have shown with all of being... I'm going to start over. I'm going too fast. It's good to see y'all again. I told y'all I'll be back. Welcome to another episode of the RiSSky Powerhouse Pod. Yeah, we sitting here, it's Tuesday, 3 o'clock. You know, it's a gloomy day outside, you know what I mean? You know, here to bring y'all more content. There's a lot going on around the league. We sitting here, like I said, it's 3 o'clock. We are up to, 828 subscribers. Thankful for that. You know, I reached a goal 3 days ago of 75,000 total views on my channel. So, you know, you guys keep up with the support. You know, I'm thankful for those shares, all of those views in your stories, and all of those posts. You know, they're starting to pay off, and you know, keep that up for me. You know, I appreciate that. You know, it really helped the channel grow. Keeping this content coming consistent. Yeah, so there's a lot going on around the league with the COVID and a lot of players going down into the protocols and all of that. So it's crazy how when the league stopped in 2019, it was kind of, you know, heartbreaking, you know, gut-wrenching, you know, going without basketball all of those months. For people like me, you know, that's my only source of entertainment, really. You know, I watch basketball, and, you know, I give my thoughts on basketball, talk basketball. I'm in fantasy leagues, and, you know, I do predictions, and, you know, now I'm doing content. That's how passionate I am about that, you know, because that's pretty much my only source of, you know, how I find entertainment on TV. So when there was no basketball from, you know, the first week of March all the way through September, you know, I was, you know, deprived of any source of entertainment other than the video game. And being in the house at the same time, that, you know, that compounded the issue. It's crazy how when I got hit with that moment, you know, like I didn't know what to do. But, you know, we bounced back from it. You know, NBA ended up coming back to the bubble, had seen the championship. They started up the new season. As soon as that was over, that was a big blast, you know. And it's cool. It's cool how we had a chance to get that season back. I think that was a big piece, an instrumental piece. Them starting that next season, you know, a month and a half after they ended. That was big. So with that being said, it's crazy how now they're just pretty much issuing, you know, these 10-day contracts out to players, you know, pretty much who's on the couch at home chilling. And when you bringing in players into your team who haven't been to practice, who haven't been to training camp, they're just pretty much there to fill a role. How much can you expect from them? If you can expect anything at all. It's crazy when I see the league put out the mandate that they can bring in extra players just to fill roster spots when players are in the COVID protocols. And when you see that, that basically lets you know that they're not trying to lose a dollar. They're not losing a cent. They're going to keep the league rolling. And one thing that I feel is that if you stop the league now, when you resume play, you're still going to be faced with the same issue. So I really don't see an issue with stopping. I think this is, you know, this is the route I would want the league to take, just because of the simple. It might be selfish, but I want to see basketball straight up. I'm enjoying this, man. I enjoy watching the NBA have 4 and 5 and 6 games a day. That's what I like to do, you know. So congratulations to the league, man. We here to fight another day, see another day, and with that being said, this MVP race is getting thick. and teams making pushes. You know, the Brooklyn Nets still sit on top of the Eastern Conference with Kevin Durant, in my opinion, leading the MVP race. I was checking out some of the articles on Basketball Reference and on NBA.com, and you know, pretty much their MVP races were similar. It was amongst the same top four guys: Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jokic, Kevin Durant, and they sprinkled in Chris Paul at the fifth spot. Both estimates had Chris Paul at the fifth spot. So it's a pretty simple race right now. It's among the top four. If you really ask me, I don't think Chris Paul's numbers are heavy enough to outweigh a Giannis or a Jokic or a Steph or a KD. But you know, KD, what he's done without James Harden, you know, it can't be overstated. Although people try to minimize the Detroit Pistons game and the Toronto Raptors game, he also did it against Philly. And you know, he's pretty much just putting Brooklyn on his back and carrying them. When you look at Kevin Durant, even when James Harden was there, he was still carrying the Brooklyn Nets. James Harden wasn't up to par for about the first 10 games. He averaged about 18 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, but he averaged 5 turnovers, and he was shooting less than 40% from the field. So that lets you know how inefficient James Harden was. He started to get a groove going as the season was progressing, and then he got hit with the COVID protocol, obviously. But James Harden wasn't the MVP level James Harden that averages 25 plus points, you know, 7 plus rebounds, 7 plus assists, and controls the pace of the game with his perimeter shooting and his free throw ability and all of those things. So, you know, Kevin Durant been carrying them for a long stretch. I'm going to keep it in the Eastern Conference with the Milwaukee Bucks sitting at the 4th seed. Giannis Antetokounmpo carried the Bucks with most of their roster hurt for the first 10 to 12 games. You had Middleton missing games. You had Drew Holiday missing games. DiVincenzo still out. Brook Lopez with the back surgery, he's going to be out for extended time. Giannis was out there with Bobby Portis as his second best player, and Grayson Allen playing big minutes for the Milwaukee Bucks early in the season. And with Giannis leading the team in every statistical category, top 5 in PER, top 5 in offensive win shares and defensive win shares, he's pretty much impacted his team to a level where he was carrying them single-handedly. Now, I understand they had a 500 record, but that was a testament of having 4 of your top 6 players out of the rotation. But with that one MVP level player, he was able to keep it afloat and galvanize his team and keep them afloat until the other guys got back. And as they got back, they got on the steamroll. They made a push to the 2 seed, but over the course of the last few games, Giannis been in the protocols. They sunk back down to 19 and 13. They're sitting in the 4 seed. They're 1 game behind the 3 seed, and they're 2.5 games behind the 2 seed. So they still have opportunity. They still have a chance. It's just a matter of let's see how much they can make a push. I like seeing Giannis in that top 4. When we make our transition to the Western Conference, the Phoenix Suns sit atop of the Western Conference with Chris Paul leading the team in every advanced analytic. Pretty much PER, offensive win shares, even defensive win shares, offensive box plus minus. You know, he's controlling the pace for the Phoenix Suns. He's setting up the guys, the Mikal Bridges of the world, the Cam Johnsons of the world, the Landry Shamits, the JaVale McGee's. JaVale have been playing amazing, and that's due to Chris Paul. We know Chris Paul know how to unlock that big. You know, Chris Paul, he can make any big man successful. And we've seen that DeAndre Jordan, prime example, he haven't been as impactful since the days he played with Chris Paul. And that's a big effect to how Chris Paul can control the mid-range, stretch the 3, also have a dribble ability to get wherever he wants on the floor. And when you play him to score, he can make plays for other people, so you can't really double team him at all. So he's just an efficient player that make the right decisions. Don't turn the ball over a lot, you know, leading the league in assists. And you know, he's just doing everything he can for the Phoenix Suns at an advanced age. So he's in the top 5. I don't think he deserves to be in the top 4, but you know, just respect to Chris Paul and what he's able to do, extending another year, another great year of his career. You know, shout out to him. When you transition to the number 2 seed, Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry been out there averaging 30. We know what he do. We know how efficient he is, and we know that over the course of the last couple of weeks, he's been chasing that record. So with that being said, Steph have been highly inefficient according to, you know, when you hold him to the standard of what we expect from Steph Curry and what we know he can do and what he's done on a consistent basis, Steph Curry has just simply been under his level of play over the course of the last 2 to 3 weeks. And at that same time, with Kevin Durant elevating his level of play, with James Harden falling out of the rotation and things of that nature, you have Steph Curry, who's I had number 1 a couple weeks ago. Now he's falling to number 2, in my opinion. I like Kevin Durant as the number 1 option. I like Steph as the number 2, maybe number 3, depending on how much you weigh the numbers. But Steph is definitely still deserving with the Warriors sitting in the 2 seed at 25-6. They're half game actually behind the Phoenix Suns. So let's see if they can make that push, get that number 1 seed. I know they want to make a championship run. Home court is pivotal in conference final series and things of that nature. So let's just see if they can, make a push. When we get to our last candidate, he had the worst team record of all players. However, when you just look at his stats, they're just simply polarizing. And what he's able to do for the Denver Nuggets, Nikola Jokic, what he's able to do for the Denver Nuggets is nothing short of spectacular. Like, this man, Nikola Jokic, is leading the team in points. He's leading the team in rebounds. He's leading the team in assists. He's leading the team in everything. PER, every advanced analytic, Jokic leads the league. He leads the league in PER. He leads the league in offensive win shares. He leads the league in offensive box plus minus. Also leads the league in value over replacement player. He's averaging 26 points, 13.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists, 1.3 steals, and 0.7 of a block. It's so unique that he's holding a 34.3 PER right now, which would be the number 1 PER season of all time. That just lets you know that he has so much room on the court to do so much on his own. Nikola Jokic, man, this dude is literally, he don't have Michael Porter, he don't have Jamal Murray, so he have to make every play, and he's so efficient in the things that he do. Nikola Jokic, this man is out there shooting 59% from the field, 38% from 3 on 4.5 attempts. That's decent volume, and 76.4% from the free throw line. Like I said, that 34.3 PER can't be overstated. He's playing, man, at an all-time great level right now. Unfortunately, he don't have enough talent with him, man, to get enough wins. I hope he can make a push to the top 4. If Jokic get this team to the top 4 seed in the Western Conference, then he have a real case at stealing the MVP and being back-to-back. But, it's hard to give it to him when he's a 6 seed, 7 seed, 8 seed, so we'll see if he can make a push. Like I said about all the other guys, you got to give them the benefit of the doubt that they can do more positive things if you expect them to be an MVP level player. That's what you expect of MVPs, to be MVPs. So let's just see if this dude can make a push, man. So I'm not gonna ramble a lot with y'all, man. I just wanted to make this a quick video, quick update. Holler at y'all for a few, just show some love, man. Got an MVP race getting thick. COVID hitting the league. There's a lot of changes, a lot of young players getting opportunity. This the ball I like to see. Guys who's hungry, who we don't know, they have opportunity to prove themselves. So let's check out the ball tonight, man. We got a 5-game slate. Yeah, man, we got Washington, Brooklyn, Indiana, Miami, Portland, New Orleans, Minnesota, Dallas, Phoenix, and LA. I think the Washington game got postponed, but I think that Phoenix LA game should be interesting. Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Chris Paul leading his team. Phoenix should win that game, but you never know when LeBron on the court what can happen. Make sure y'all go ahead and leave a like below. If you new, subscribe to the channel, share the video, tell a friend to tell a friend, keep it pushing. We going up. Like I said, y'all will see me later.